Hey, what's up? Today is day 10 of the videos challenge and I'm almost halfway there. I'm so super excited and thrilled about that. And for the next 5 minutes, I'm just going to rant. All right? The next 5 minutes will change the next 30 years of your life. So get ready for that. Imagine 30 years from now, you wake up and you realize that you are living your dreams. You know, you've got everything. You've got all the money you wanted. You know, you're doing things that you love, you're passionate about. You're following your dreams, your purpose. You've got an amazing relationship with your family, your partner, your friends. But here's the important question. For that to happen in 30 years' time, for your life to change, for your circumstances to change, what has to happen? And the answer is, you gotta change. Jim Rohn famously said, for things to get better, you gotta get better. For things to change, you gotta change. For things to improve, you have to improve. You know, you have to improve. You have to improve your behavior, your thoughts, your habits, the things that you do on a daily basis. You have to improve not just your thoughts, but your belief system, your internal dialogue, the story that you keep telling yourself. You have to change the inner blueprint. You know, everything that affects your thoughts and your behaviors and your habits. And the reason that you have to start from you is because everything starts inside out. You know, you can't change the outside without changing the inside. Your inner world reflects your outer world. So imagine you have a tree and you've got apple tree basically. You're growing apples on that tree. But that's not what you want. You don't want apple. You want mango on your tree. So you start complaining, blaming, you know, you're saying like, I don't have apple because of this person, because of economy, because of government. But no matter how much you complain or blame, that's not going to change. You're not going to have mango on your tree the next day. So what you do, you go to the supermarket, you go to Tesco's and get loads of mangoes. You come home, you start, you know, sticking the mangoes on the apple tree with a tape or glue, whatever, and you expect, you know, mangoes to grow from that tree. But guess what? A few days from now, the mango's gonna fall down and more apples gonna grow. But the reason you have apple growing out of your apple tree is because you planted an apple seed. So in order to change the fruits, you gotta change the roots. In order to change your outer circumstances, you gotta change your inner circumstances, your inner world, your thoughts, your energy, your emotions, your inner blueprint, your belief system, everything inside. When you change that, guess what? That's going to reflect back on the outer circumstances, on your outer life. Does that make sense? So where do you start? You know, you want to change your outer circumstances, your life, and by now you know that you got to change yourself, your inner blueprint. But where do you start? You know, you start where you are, one step at a time. You take one step every day towards your goal, towards your dream, towards your ultimate vision, whatever that is in 30 years' time. Tony Robbins said, we overestimate what we can do in a year and we underestimate what we can do in a decade. And I want to add on to that, we underestimate what we can do in 30 years' time. Imagine what you could accomplish in 30 years' time. You know, I'm just getting started. I'm just in my early 30s. I've got a long way to go. Imagine where would I be in 30 years or even 60 years' time. You know, most people live up to like 80 and 90 years old. So I haven't even started yet. Have you heard of this philosophy called Kaizen? It's a Japanese philosophy of business, of life. And what it means is that it's about constantly improving yourself, constantly improving your ability, your skills, your mindset. It's constant and never-ending improvement. You never stop, because once you stop, you go down. You know, you either go up or you go down. You're either growing or you're dying. And the ultimate way to improve yourself and your ability, your skills, is through education. It's self-education. You don't necessarily need to go to college, school, university to educate yourself. There's so much out there, so much resources. We're so lucky to be born in this era. You know, it's a golden era of information. We have access to literally everything on our fingertip. That's the funny thing. We can't even complain about lack of resources because we've got everything around us, literally. So what's stopping people from making changes, taking action? What's stopping people from living their dreams? It's I think, in my opinion, it's fear. They don't want to go outside of their comfort zone. They're so comfortable being comfortable. I think it's the fear of unknown, the fear of change itself, fear of rejection, fear of being judged. What would people say about me? What would people think? Fear, fear, fear. And the antidote for that is courage, is bravery. Feeling the fear and doing it anyway. There is no absence of fear. Fear is everywhere. But fear is not your enemy, it's your ally. It gives you a signal to look for more information, to be more prepared. But fear is not your enemy. I know I've been going on and on about so many things, but if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, is that for life to change, for things around you to change, you gotta change. You gotta go inside and change everything about you, starting from your belief, your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, behaviors, the things that you do on a regular basis. If you change that slowly but surely, things around you will change. It's the compound effect. You don't notice it straight away, but 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, your life will be hardly recognizable. What I was 10 years ago is nothing like what I'm today, in terms of who I am, my belief, my confidence, my mindset, my thoughts, my actions, my habits. I'm nothing like 10 years ago. 10 years ago I sucked. I was very self-conscious about myself. I had low self-esteem, I had low confidence. I wasn't confident about myself. I wasn't confident talking to a group of people. I wasn't confident talking in front of camera. I still feel uncomfortable, but I do it anyway. Because I know if I don't do this, then I don't get to where I want to go. Does that make sense? So guys and girls, whoever it is that's watching this, change who you are, change what you do, and your life and your circumstances will change. I hope you found this video helpful, as always. And as always, keep learning, keep growing, stay positive, stay hungry, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.